Alrighty. Any pains or injuries before we start? Everyone good? Do you guys happen to know each other? I mean, it's coming back to me, and then I see you guys talking. I'm like, okay. All right, good day, guys. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information is on the bottom of the video. And of course, this can be found through my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Mobility Flow. It is specially geared for people who want a little bit more flexibility and mobility within their whatever physical discipline that they have, whether they're runners or CrossFitters, etc. So it's about just movement in general and creating mobility within the body. It is appropriate for people who are maybe level 1 practitioners, beginners. Just be mindful that if you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, that you do modify or skip poses altogether. Always be mindful to make good decisions about your movements. All right, let's sit up tall. If you need to elevate and sit up on a block, please go ahead and do that. Otherwise, comfortable cross-legged position. And let the palms face up. Fingers come together in mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Now, Jillian, since I'm kind of, if you move over a little bit this way, you can see me better as well. Good. Perfect. As you ground evenly through your seat, let your shoulders broaden. And let your inhales even out with your exhales. Smoothing out the breath, drawing your senses inwards. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart. Pressing your thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs. Lifting the heart up toward the sky. Setting your intention for yoga practice. Devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihendraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side of the head, pulling gently to elongate. And chin toward the right shoulder, continue to pull gently to the back of the head. Inhale, release, back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center. Drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Draw the ear to one side. Roll it back. Opposite side. Roll a center. Take a few more rounds in that same direction, beginning to bring movement to your neck and your shoulders, top of the spine. And one more giant circle. Chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction, moving just slowly. And one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest. And then lift the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Allow the hands to support you to either side. And turn your toes toward each other. And then roll them out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling the ankles. So you're moving your hip joints, knee joints, ankle joints. And back to center, switch them around, inner rotations, opposite direction. And back to center again, cross your shins, but take the opposite shin on top, the other crossing of the legs. Raise the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee, and twist. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Inhale, back up, other side. Back to center again. Extend the legs forward. Let's everyone bend at the knees and flex your feet. Grab the front of the shins. On the exhale, round the spine back. Inhale, lift the chest, broaden, and gently look up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round, and hold it here. Feel for the broadening of the back. Inhale, lift, and let the hands come to the floor. Draw the shoulders back, lift the chest, and gently looking up. And start to release, come back to neutral. Take the hands to the side of the legs with a neutral spine. Start to lean the torso forward, beginning to stretch your lower back. Now stay here for a couple of breaths. And then start to walk your feet slightly further forward. Re-lengthen and go a little bit deeper. So when you take your forward fold, right, try not to round the spine, but instead keep a neutral spine and hinge at the hips to draw forward. Now let's take it a little bit further. Extend the left leg a little bit more. Extend the right leg to match your left. Re-lengthen your spine. Exhale, take it forward. So if this is your limit in terms of your lower back stretch, stay here with the knees bent. If you have full extension of your legs, go ahead. You can grab your feet, ankles, or your shins as you take it into a deeper forward fold. All right, so you can bend your knees and grab your shins. Good. So just keep in mind that any forward fold, right, important to keep a neutral spine. If you just round your spine, you're really not doing much of anything. If you're very tight in the lower back, even if you're up here, right, if you're keeping a neutral spine and hinge at the hips and you go forward just a few degrees, if you feel for the lower back stretch, that is far more effective as a lower back stretch than if you go like this, right? This is really nothing at all. Your spine is doing what it's supposed to do, which is round, right? But if you restrict and lengthen and then come forward with the intention of stretching lower back, this is much more effective, even at a higher angle than if you draw forward and round. All right, let's come back up. Bend your knees. Swing the legs back behind you. Hands and knees. So your hands should be about shoulders width. Line up your shoulders with your wrists. Your knees should be about hips width. Line up the hips with the knees and tuck the toes under for better support. Let's do some cat-cows. On the inhale, draw the navel down. Tilt the tail up. Lift the chest. On the exhale, round the spine, chin toward the chest, middle of the back, domes upwards toward the sky. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise the tail, raise the back of the head. This is your cow pose. Exhale, round, and this is a cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Two more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral spine. On the inhale, kick the right heel back. On the exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, kick your right heel back. Exhale, draw the right knee in. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, draw the right knee in. This time, inhale, kick back. Stack the hips and bend your right knee so the heel goes over to the left side. And then look past your left shoulder to see the sole of the left foot behind you. And start to square back. Step the right foot out to the side. Now, if your knees are sensitive and you're beginning to feel too much pressure to your knees, you can fold your mat left side towards center, and that will double up your mat. And you're going to stand up on the left knee. When you step the right foot out to the side, you're lining up the arch of the foot to your left knee or the heel of the foot to your left knee. And then you want to be on a vertical line on your left side. Take the arms out to your side, palms face up, and then side bending to the right. Take it back up to center, left hand to the floor, right arm overhead, and extend. Take it back up again. Left hand behind you, right arm forward. Bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Come back to center. Bend your right knee and draw the right heel in, 90 degrees with your right leg. You can take the right arm to top of the right knee or the right hand to the floor for support. Raise your left arm up and extend. And then extend the left arm out to the side, to the right side. And release. Make your way back up. Walk your hands back forward. Right knee comes down. And let's lift the knees, come to your down dog, and giving your knees a little bit of a release, and just walk it out side to side, and then we'll come back to the knees and hands and knees. All right, come back forward into your plank, lower the knees down. Let's remeasure. Hands about shoulders width, knees about hips width. Line up your shoulders with your wrists, hips over your knees. On the inhale, reach your left heel back. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round 3 times. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, left knee in. This time, kick back, open up the hips, bend your left knee, and look past your right shoulder to see the sole of the left foot behind you. Inhale, start to square back, step the left foot out to the side, and stand up on the right knee. So again, if you need to take extra padding, go ahead and take your padding now. Arms out to the side, full extension of the leg, and then you can turn your toes in, Lee. Yeah, there you go. All right, so if the foot pointing out to the side is too much for your ankles, right? You can always turn your toes in. Key point is to flatten the foot so you can have stability. Arms are parallel, side bend to your left. Left arm to left leg, right arm overhead, and stretch. Take it back up to center. Right hand to the floor, left arm overhead, and side bend to your left. Sorry, side bend to your right, to the left side stretch. Good. And take it back up. Right hand behind you, left arm is forward, bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Square back to center. Bend your left knee and step that left heel in. Now face the front again this time, so we're all in the same orientation, so it's easier. All right? So left arm to top of the left leg, or left hand to the floor. Raise your right arm up and extend. Then reach your right arm overhead for the side extension. And take it back up. Square off again. And then take the left foot back. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Down dog. And walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee, sideward scorpion. Raise your right leg back up, square off your hips and stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one, ground the back heel down to the floor and line up the right knee with the right heel. And raise the arms up high and extend. So Jillian, bend the front knee a little bit more. Line up the knee with the heel. Yeah. On the inhale, lengthen front leg. Reach up higher. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up, bending the front knee. Cactus your arms, so palms face forward, arms are 90 degrees. On the exhale, draw the arms in toward each other. Notice your hands are very active, reaching out. Notice your arms are also very active during in. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw the arms in. Inhale, open a little bit wider if you can. Exhale, draw the arms in. Inhale, open even wider and stay here. Feel that your shoulder blades are kissing toward each other as you draw the elbows back. And then lift the heart center up, gaze upwards for slight back bend. Come back to vertical, raise the arms up high, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen the front leg, triangle pose. Right hand to the top of the shin. If you're less flexible, right hand to the floor. If you can reach down, left arm reaching up. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle, right arm up and back. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. So Patricia, go to hands and knees and cat-cows. The rest of us, all the way down to the belly. 3 progressive cobras, hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. If that's too deep and you need to bend your elbows, then go ahead and bend your elbows. And lower all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Inhale, lift up. Standing on top of the shins. Wrapping your right arm underneath your left. So if you want to reach your arms forward, right arm underneath your left. So cross at the elbows, bend the elbows. If you have the flexibility, double wrap your arms. If you don't, the top of the arms pressing toward each other is fine. All right? On the inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. On the exhale, round the spine, elbows toward the ribs, and just your mid and upper back rounds. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round your mid and upper back. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round, and stay here rounded. Feeling for the upper back, upper shoulders expand. Inhale, come back to neutral, and then twist to the right. Press your right arm against your left, so stretching the outer left shoulder. Inhale back to center, twist your left, press with your left arm. Inhale back to center, release your hands, and walk your hands forward, down dog, and pedal out the legs. Walk it out side to side. So Lee, if that kneeling position is really tough for your knees, you can also take it here and then maybe even lift it if it's too tough for your knees, okay? All right, come back to stillness and down dog. Inhale, left heel up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee, sideward scorpion. Raise the left leg back up, step it forward, warrior one, ground the back heel down, arms up high. So the back heel coming down really anchors down to give you support. You want to bend the front knee forward to line up over the heel. On the inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside. 3 times. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up. Bend the front knee. Then cactus your arms. Palms are facing forward. Bend at the elbows. On the exhale, draw the arms in toward each other, expanding the back. On the inhale, draw the elbows out, expanding the front. Exhale, draw the arms in, so arms are very active. Inhale, draw to open, and draw the elbows slightly further back. Exhale, draw the arms in. Inhale, open, and stay here, kissing your shoulder blades together, and then lift the heart up, gaze upwards for back bend. Take it back to center. Raise the arms up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen your left leg, triangle pose. Left hand to the top of the shin or to the floor, right arm reaching up. Inhale, take it all the way back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down. So Patricia, you're on your hands and knees. 3 progressive cobras again, but this time, variation 2, you're just lifting. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, stay here. Press into your hands, lift up a little higher. Press into your hands, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. If you need to bend your elbows, go ahead and do that. And release all the way down, child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Come back up in a kneeling position. Then reach the arms forward. This time it's your left arm that wraps underneath your right. So your elbows crossed, bend at the elbows. Either the top of the forearms are pressing or double wrap if you can. All right, inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round your mid and upper back, elbows toward the ribs, reach your fingertips forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Stay rounded. Elbows toward the ribs, fingertips reach forward, and you should feel a nice broadening of the upper back. Come back up. So Lee, if maybe that's too much, take it here. Yeah. All right, twist your left. Press your left arm up against your right. Inhale back to center, twist to the right. Press your right arm up against your left. Release. Walk your hands forward, down dog. Walk it out side to side. And step the left foot forward, low lunge, right foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Bend the knees. Rise up chair. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees a little bit deeper. Inhale, come up to 3/4. So knees are still bending. Exhale, bend the knees deeper. Inhale, 3/4. Exhale, halfway down. 2 more. Inhale, 3/4. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, 3/4. Exhale, halfway. Stay here. Arms. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. One more. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Lengthen out the legs. Lift up and lean back for a slight back bend. Come back up to vertical. Balancing here. Stepping on the left foot. Pick up the right knee. And then you want to engage the right leg by flexing the right foot as well. Then take the arms out to a T. If you don't have space, you can cactus your arms. Open up the knee to the right side. Square it back to center. Open up the knee to right side. Square it back to center. Open. Square. Circles this time. Right knee down. Out to right side and up. And back to center. Down. To the side. Back to center. Down. To the side. Back to center. Step the right foot down chair. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace. Lift up, gaze up. Exhale, lengthen and dive forward. Knuckles up and overhead. So Patricia, maybe for you, let's take your hands supporting to your thighs so that you're not compressing the belly too much, so that you're still working your quads, you're still stretching your lower back, right? So stay here. All right, everyone release your hands, bend the knees, rise up chair. So it's 3/4 once again. Bend the knees to halfway. Come up to 3/4. Bend the knees halfway. Come up to 3/4. Bend the knees halfway. Come up to 3/4. This time, bend the knees halfway and stay there. So this time we'll take a slightly different movement. Arms move down and back behind you. Down and forward. Down, behind you, down, forward. One more. Down, behind you, down, forward, and all the way up into a slight back bend. Stretch it out. Come back to vertical, stepping on the right foot. Bend your left knee, pick up the left knee, and flex your left foot. And again, you can cactus your arms or arms out, your choice, or maybe even hands to the hips, right? So it's all up to you. Then when you're ready, bring your movement. Open up the knee to the left side, square back to center. Open left, square back to center. Open left, square back to center. Circles, down, out, and center. Down, out, and center. Down, out, center. Step the left foot back down chair. Wrap the hands back behind you. Take the other interlacing of your hands, so other thumb on top. Broaden, lift up. Lengthen, dive forward. Knuckles up and overhead. Stay there. So as you take the forward fold, stretching the back bodies, you're also reaching your knuckles up and overhead, stretching your shoulders. Release your hands, bend the knees, rise up chair. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, tree pose. Open up the knee to the side, grab for the right foot. If you can, take the right foot to the inner left thigh above the knees. If that's difficult for your hips, you're a little bit tight in the hips, or difficult for your balance, then go below the knee. That makes it a lot easier. And take the arms up in a tree pose. So Zeta, if you want, you can go to the back of the wall, right? And you can take one hand up against the wall and do this. That way, you might be able to balance better and strengthen, right? So let's go to the back of the wall. And then that way, you can start to build the strength here, right? And then as you get a little bit more balance, you can take the hand away from the wall and work on that. All right, good. So same thing for lead. If you take the foot a little bit lower, it might be easier. If you need a wall, you can use a wall to the side of you. All right, raise the arms up. You're going to step the right foot forward, and the heel is down. Flexing your right foot, your toes are lifted. Okay, so you're going to stretch here the back of the right leg in a flex foot position. Then lift the heel, point the toes, and touch your toes to the floor, stretching the front of the leg. And release your right foot, arms alongside, let the arms release. Walk it out side to side. Stay there. All right, second side. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Open up the knee to the side, sole of the left foot and the right leg above the knee joint or below the knee joint, your choice. And then when you're ready, arms up in a wide position. Keep the gaze at any fixed point to the floor, and that will help you to balance. And so even if we're standing here and we're swaying side to side, that constant adjustment is eventually going to help us to get stronger muscles so that we can start to balance more easily. Right? So balancing requires practice, right? That's good. Keep the gaze looking to the floor, and that will help you to balance. There you go. All right, let's break. Step the left back down chair. Flexing your left foot. Flex your left foot forward. And you're stretching the back of the left leg, engaging it. Thank you, Margaret. Pick up the left heel, point the toes, and touch your toes to the floor, stretching the front of the legs. And release. Walk it out, side to side. All right, balancing again. All right, when you're ready, stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left hip. If you have better flexibility and can take Yogic Toe Lock, take Yogic Toe Lock, extend the heel forward. So standing up tall first and foremost, right? Then counterbalance with the left arm out. If you don't have space, you can cactus your arm, and then open up the knee or the heel to the right side. Right? So if you don't have the big toe, you have the knee instead. You can open up the knee to the side. See, even standing poses could be challenging, right? We're not used to it. Who knew standing up was so hard, right? Right? Even Margaret, she's an experienced practitioner. She still has to shake her legs out. All right, when you're ready, square back, step the right foot down, and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to center, second side. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Left hand to left knee, right hand to right hip. If you have better extension, Yogic Toe Lock, extend the heel forward, right arm out. Stand tall. Then when you're ready to open up the knee or the heel to the left side. So Sveta, what if you don't take the knee so high, but let the knee go a little bit lower? think a little bit better. Just keep working on it, okay? Square back, step the left foot back down, walk it out. I don't know if grimacing is a yoga technique, but if it works. All right, one more balance. We're rotating this time. All right, stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Left hand to the right knee. Let's keep it simple this time. Take the right hand behind you for half bind and let the right hand press into your lower back. Help you draw the right shoulder more further back more effectively. Now let's keep the gaze looking forward. It's going to be easier for you to balance looking forward. Do you have arch issues? Let's see if you roll up your mat and you do this, if that helps. Maybe it's too thick, yeah. All right, let's square back. Let's see what I can use. Maybe that's a little bit too thick. Can I use your shirt, maybe? Like step on that, so make it a little bit narrower. All right, and then we'll switch sides, all right? All right, let's come back. Second side, stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you, and draw the left shoulder back to deepen your twist and keep the gaze looking forward. Now press strongly into your big toes. There you go. Did that help? It did. Okay, good. So that cushioning, that also slight resistance or obstruction to your arch gives you a little bit of support there, right? And you held it for a little bit longer, so that means that it probably helped. Okay, so that's good. So think about that. Whenever you're taking balancing poses, right, add a little bit of something to insert there that might help you to stabilize a little bit better. Also, you press strongly into your toe mounds, right? If you're falling out like this, if you press into the inner foot, that's going to help you draw toward the center. All right, let's start to break. Step the left foot back down, walk it out. All right, come to the front of the mat. All right, on the inhale, extend the arms out and up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale back to center, side bend to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dive forward. You have two choices. If you want to take arm balance, it's a crow pose. Hands come forward about a foot and a half. Draw the arms back, knees to back the arms, gaze to the floor, tip forward. If you don't want to take arm balance, you want to take a hip opener instead and take a yogic squat. Separate your feet, toes will turn out. Try to keep the heels down if you can, and just take yogic squat. All right. Shaquille still got it. All right. All right, hands to the floor. Walk it back. Down dog. Walk it out side to side. All right, inhale, left heel up, three-legged dog, step the left foot forward, crescent moon, right knee comes down. So again, if you need extra padding to your right knee, you can fold your mat right side towards center. Oh, it's just got an extra padding. That is awesome. All right, hands to top of the thighs, lunge your hips forward. So this is a stretch into your quads, into your hips, into your psoas. Then press your hands into your thighs and lean the upper torso back. Think about the belly drawing away from the thighs. And then gently looking up at an angle, back of the neck is still supported. Once you have a nice foundation and you're ready, arms up, Venus Mudra. So if your shoulders are tight, your arms can be forward, your arms can be straight up. However, you have the shoulder mobility to draw the arms behind the ears as far back as you can. That's great. Now, if your hands together, also quite tight for you, you can separate your arms. I'll give you about another 5 deep, long breaths here. For those of you more experienced and want to take some variations, you can take any variations you want. You can take binding, mermaid poses, mermaid 2. All right, if you're not taking, maybe hands coming back to your thighs and just lunging your hips forward, getting to stretch of the hips is good enough. All right, so Francisco, note that you have the wrong leg, but that's okay. Keep working there. Just make sure you work the other leg. All right, so if you're a runner in particular, this is a really great pose for your hips, for your quads, for your joints. All right, if you want to take a side stretch instead, left arm to left leg, right arm overhead, or you can go the opposite direction. So there are many options for you to take here. Oh, and Rebecca has my blanket again. Yay! Oh, you guys make me smile. And my mats, too. All right, let's start to break. Hands to either side of the left foot. Tuck the right toes under and lengthen over your left leg. Now, we're trying to get into the hamstring stretch. If this stretch is too deep for you, you can always bend your left knee a little bit and using both hands to support. And then just think about breathing into the lengthiness of the front of the leg. So every breath may be allowing your leg to get a little bit longer, right? If that's available for you. If not, just keep working with a slightly bent knee. So Lee, if you want to modify that, right? Having the back knee down is okay. You want to work by flexing your front foot like this. Yeah. Right? If touching the floor still requires for you to bend, what about this? If you take your hands over to the side, that basically lengthens to the other side, to the other direction. Both hands to the inside of the leg. Yeah. So with that, can you lengthen the front leg a little bit more actively? Yeah. Right? Best you can. I saw that little bit of a too much. All right, so by leaning the torso to the side, you're basically allowing this slight hip rotation here to give you more space to keep the front leg lengthening but fully supporting, right? Because this is a little bit harder for some of us. So going off to the side sometimes helps. All right, so same thing for fleta. If you take the hands to the inside of the left leg, to the other direction, yeah. All right, and then take it to the floor, and then lengthen out the front leg the best you can. Yeah, better. All right, you see how you can now lengthen the front leg by taking your hands to the side. Maybe even further to the side. Yeah, there you go. You see now you can lengthen the front leg fully. So now you are getting the stretch, right? But you're fully supporting. So that is a nice way to modify that. All right, let's start to break. Bend the front knee, ground the back heel, come up. Reverse warrior, stretch your left side. Thank you, Jackie, for reminding me we need to give this a break. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, push up, chaturanga. Inhale up dog, exhale down dog. Sometimes, right, when I'm giving too much instructions, we can get there and we can stay there for like an hour, right? All right, walk it out side to side. All righty, second side. Right leg up. Step the right foot forward. Left knee comes down. Yeah. And then if you need to take extra padding, again, take the extra padding. All right, and then walk your hands to the top of the thighs. And then as you lift the torso up and lean back, think about the belly leaning away from the thighs. Hips are moving forward for the quad stretch, hip stretch, psoas stretch. Upper torso is leaning back to counterbalance and going into the crescent moon, the arcing of the spine. Once you're steady, arms up, Venus Mudra. You can keep your hands together in prayer with your index fingers pointing, or you can separate your arms if your shoulders are tight. So Abigail, step the right foot a little bit further back. There you go. So now you're probably a little bit more stable, right? So that's important, yeah. And for those of you who took additional variations on the first side, repeat what you did. Three more deep breaths. All righty, let's break. So hands to either side of the right foot. Tuck the left toes under and lengthen over your right leg. Now, for those of you who are almost in the full extension, right, here is an option for you. If you don't have blocks, if you have blocks, right, by elevating your hands, you're actually lengthening your arms so that you can get to more of a lengthy leg. However, an option could be you can turn the left heel down and walk the torso slightly off to the side. So now you can more actively reach your fingertips to the floor for support. And then maybe you can also achieve the lengthiness of the front leg, right? Or if you're taking the knee down to take the half split variation, you can do it here. And then also if you walk your hands to your left, that also works. So those are options for you to take. Right, so Francisco, there you go, right? So the front leg can now fully extend if you walk your torsos off to the side. Right? But you don't want to lean too much to your side. Yeah. You know why? You also too wide. Step your feet in a little bit. Good. There you go. Good. Maybe even further in. Walk it in a little bit. Yeah. Good. Right? Good. So maybe start with your knee bent and to the floor. Good. Start with the knee bent. Okay? So once you're stable, then you can start to shift the hips back and lengthen the front leg. Yeah? You can always walk your hands back a little bit more and lengthen the front leg. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So just keep working within that. Okay? Good. Keep working on that, Jillian. Almost there. Gabriella, what if you walk your back foot in a little bit? Yeah, the back foot in a little bit. Yeah, good. All right, so with your hands supporting, are you, So now you've lengthened the front leg a little bit more. Did you see that? Right? Because if your legs are too wide, sometimes you're not very stable. So if you walk a foot in a little bit, you're more stable, then you can put more pressure into lengthening the leg. So I think that made a difference for you. Okay. So Lee, let's turn the heel in a little bit more. Let's actually walk the foot wider and turn the heel in. Right? Then walk your hands over to the left, and with your hands supporting, start to lengthen out the front leg. Right? Then you can also walk your hands slightly further back, yeah, and then lengthen the front leg a little bit more. Right? So it's a work within that. Right? By widening out your legs, you're giving your space, your hips a little bit more space. By grounding the back heel, you're giving your hip a rotation so that you can, again, also find more space. Hands to the side, right? Gives you stability, and then with this, maybe, right? You can lengthen the front leg the best you can. Right? Already, I think it's a much more effective front leg stretch. All right, let's start to break. Bend the front knee, ground the back heel, circle it up, warrior two, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Draw the left knee in, pigeon. Land that shin to your floor. So you're in a pointed toe position. You're standing on the shin, left side. Angles out to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. Reach your right knee further back to lower the hips. Untuck the back toes. Walk your hands back. Elongate through the spine. And then make your way forward. Francisco's on the wrong leg again. That's okay. Stay there. That's okay. Now, I invite you, for those of you who have more experience and want to start to take some variations that you know, go ahead and take. Otherwise, stay here in passive pigeon. There's a really great pose just to get into your hip opening. You don't need to do any more than this. However, if you want, you can take something else. It's all coming back. Jen, how's your king pigeon? Still have it? It's been a while. Yeah, don't overdo it, but yeah. Take your time. I just remember it used to be like rubber band, right? What, you want me to twist 8 times? Sure. All righty, let's start to break. Walk your hands back in, down dog. Walk it out, side to side. All righty, come back to stillness. Second side, right leg up. Draw the right knee in, land that shin to the floor. So you're in a pointed toe position on the top of the right shin, right thigh, angles out to the right side, 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back to lower your hips, untuck your toes. Walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. Make sure your hips are nice and level. And then when you're ready, you can walk your hands forward, stay higher up on your forearms. You can make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead if you'd like. Anything you want. And reminder for those of you who took variations on the first side, go ahead and revisit on the second side. Repeat what you did. Okay, begin to shift the weight to your left arm. I'm right here for you. Just actively think about lifting, but you don't have to. Just as long as the head starts to get lighter. I'll slip a piece of paper in next time. Alrighty, let's start to finish up. Walk your hands back in and press it back to your down dog and walk it out side to side. Alrighty, when you're neutral, start to walk your feet forward toward your hands and then take the seat down. With your hands supporting, start to lower onto your back. Draw the left knee in, extend the right leg out to the floor. Left arm out to a T and twist to the right. So Patricia, you can take both feet to the floor, separate your feet about mat's width, and drop the knees over to one side. There you go. There you go. And start to take that left knee back to center. Switch legs, switch arms, and twist to the other direction. So Lee, I think you have to switch legs. Yeah, and then twist that way, yeah. It's just the wind blowing really hard with the door, so try not to get startled with that. righty. Start to take it back to center. Hug both knees in. And when you're ready, step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward, Shavasana, final relaxation. So Patricia, either roll to one side or bend the knees and draw the knees to one side again, just like you did earlier. Yeah. Shavasana, final relaxation. Let it all go. Begin to draw the breath back in and start to move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. When you're ready, roll over to the right side and come up to comfortable cross-legged position, and let's take the non-dominant shin on top. So giving your non-dominant hip a little bit more work to even out to the dominant side. Right, so the non-dominant side usually is a little bit tighter, a little bit awkward, right, when you take your cross-legged position. So that's an example of how imbalanced your body can be, even in the slightest, right? Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, costs are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information is on the bottom of the video, and all of this information can be found, again, on my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.